Hello, I've got another helpful Destiny tech tutorial for you today. If you want to design a report for a specific class or homeroom for the entire student roster, or to print notices in that class for each individual student of their checked out materials, overdues, and fines, then this is the video for you. First, go to Reports at the top, and then on the left side, you're going to go to Patron Reports. Okay, under the circulation heading, you're going to click the first link, Current Checkouts and Fines. As you can see, I have a lot of these already saved. They come in handy. So once I find a way I like to do it, then I'll make a report of it and then save it under my favorites, which is why there's all these hearts here. So if you click right here on my favorites, you'll find all of these that have been favorited. So let's see. I have individual student reports and homeroom reports for the entire roster for each of my teachers. And that makes it easy to find what I need. If a teacher comes in and says, I have no idea which students brought their books back, then once the books are scanned in, I can run their homeroom report, and then we'll know who brought their books back and who owes fines. And then if I'm sending home notices at the end of the term to try to get books back that are late and overdue and haven't been paid for, then I'll print the notices to send home. So these reports are real easy. You can run it whenever you need to, or you can actually schedule it to be ran at a certain day and time or weekly. You can edit any saved report here, and then you can delete it by clicking the trash can. So to begin, and to save it as a favorite, actually, it would have an icon over here that's a plus and a heart. It looks like this. Down here is where you're actually going to make the report. So I made sure that it was checked for checkout overdue materials, all that are overdue, and then I clicked unpaid library fines, unpaid patron fines, and then you will select if you want a report right here, a report or notices. So for the format, report is the overall classroom report, and it looks like this. These are my teachers, so I'm not sharing you student information. It has the name, the materials, when they were due, how many, call number, barcode, title. It'll tell you the homeroom and the grade level as well. So this is what the teacher report looks like. My student report looks the same, except I have pictures of the books. Teachers check out a lot of stuff. Like this one's got lots of stuff. So in order to make this smaller, I just didn't include the pictures for the faculty. So notices here is the individual person notices. So this is the same thing, but I can print it off. I can run it in one full sheet of paper or 2 to a page. I've even done 4 to a page before when I was running out of paper, and it's perfect to send home. So that's what these reports look like. So once you got what you want for your settings, then click continue. So continuing is going to allow you to add limiters. I want only the active students. So I'm going to make sure just active is checked under status. And I want materials that are owed at other schools, other sites in our district. So that box is checked. And I'm going to click continue again. Okay. And now I'm going to select and sort by homeroom. And here you can choose just one homeroom. I'm not going to use student information, so I'm going to do admin. Or if you want a group of homerooms, then you can choose, oops, if I just want those, it will go from the first one I selected to the one I selected there. I'm going to just do this one today. So I like to start a new page for each group. When I'm doing multiple homerooms, it doesn't really matter if I'm doing just the same homeroom. For the teachers, I did not include the cover image, but I do for the students. I like them to have the price of the overdue materials, subtotal, and then the homeroom is already on here because it's just one homeroom. If I was doing multiple homerooms, then I would add the homeroom. Otherwise, it will print it twice if I add homeroom, if I'm just doing one. And then grade level is always helpful too. Then you will save the setup. And here's where you can schedule daily or weekly. And then when you do this, it'll ask you what time you want. You can even schedule it not to be on Sundays and Saturdays if you're closed during that day. So save and run. We'll refresh this list and view our report. Okay, so based on this, I have nothing to report because no one in my admins category has anything checked out. But it would look like this if my admin people did have materials checked out. So back to report manager. Here's my admin report. I'm going to go back up to current checkouts and fines. Here's my admin report in my list. I'm going to click this icon to save it to favorites. And now I can get to it anytime by clicking here. Where'd it go? Right there, admin homeroom report, and you can run it straight from here. And then if you need to make changes to it, just go back to patron reports, current checkouts fines. Here are my reports. If I could find it. It's too many reports. Okay, let's see. Oh, there it is. So if I wanted to do a duplicate of this report, but make it notices, instead of going through all of this all over again, all those multiple steps, hit continue and then select and then continue and then select. It's easiest, especially if you're doing a lot like every teacher, to just hit the edit button. You're going to make sure this is what you want. Click notices instead of report like it was before. Continue. Verify this is what you need. Continue. And then I'm still doing the same homeroom, but this time, these are the student notices or individual patron notices. You can include a little message here. You can even add an address label if you need to. And then I'm going to save and set up. Usually save and run, but my people don't have anything checked out, so that wouldn't be helpful to me for this video. So instead of just admin homeroom report, I'm going to add notices to this. Again, you can schedule if you need to. And then I'm going to save. Okay, finally. So I would have individual notice reports, which look like these, if my admin staff had books checked out. So that's what that is. So back to current checkouts and fines. Again, here it is in my list. I can add it as a favorite. And that's an easy way to duplicate and make both types of reports for the same teacher without having to go through all those steps individually. So that's how I made all my classroom reports and notices. And to do a different homeroom, I just did the same. I just duplicated it like I did for this and then saved it under the new teacher's name. So that's what my notices look like. And I hope this is a time saver for you and that it was helpful for you. Thanks for watching.